But like we gonna get into the real when y'all come up over here, man. So put your big boy pants on when you come over here, folks. For real. Put your big boy pants on and we gonna get into it straight like that, folks. But definitely hit that like button for the boy if you here for a good time, not a long time. You ain't here to stay. Hit that like button. Value Christ over your life, man. Value Christ over your life. Before we get into it, I just wanted to say to the LGBTQ plus community that this is not, I repeat, this is not a video full of hate, but it is a video full of love, full of wisdom, and full of truth, with the hopes that you will turn to God with your whole heart. So therefore, you will not go into perdition. And if you don't know what it is, look it up. And I mean, pretty much we all know what perdition is, because if you're outside of the goodwill that God has for us, then you will be on the side of his wrath. And again, this is not a hate-filled message. The war we fight is not with the people, but is of the rulers of wickedness and spiritual high places. Spiritual high places is what you should pay attention to. The rulers of wickedness in spiritual high places. That is the war we truly fight, you know? And it's sad. It's sad that many people don't know the God that they honor by mouth. They don't truly know him. We know the God of this world, and the God of this world says to love all. And if you don't love all, then you are a hateful person. But the God of the Bible, the God of Israel says to fear me is to love what I love and to also hate what I hate. So God hates things. God isn't loving all things. And so anyways, I just wanted to bring you guys here together to talk about the rainbow. And if you could hit the like button, share it. It definitely will be appreciated. But anyways, I'm opening my Bible up to Genesis chapter 9, and we're going to read through 8 through 16. And because this is talking about the rainbow that the LGBTQ plus community uses as a sign for their homosexual practices. And before we talk about how Satan perverted it and now how they use it, let's see what God purposed, what he intended for that token to be, that sign in the clouds, what he intended for it to be. And it says, and God spake unto Noah and to his sons with him, saying, and I, behold, I establish my covenant with you and with your seed after you, and with every living creature that is with you, of the fowl, of the cattle, and of every beast of the earth with you, from all that go out of the ark, to every beast of the earth. And I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off anymore by the waters of a flood, neither shall there anymore be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, this is the token of the covenant. This is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for perpetual generation. So for that generation and generations to come, I do set my bow in the cloud. That's the rainbow. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. And it shall come to pass when I bring a cloud over the earth that the bow shall be seen in the cloud, and I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. And the water shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. And God said unto Noah, this is the token of the covenant, which I established between me and you and all flesh is upon the earth. That is upon the earth. And so we see very easily that ain't nothing to argue about. I mean, many people don't believe the love of the truth in this book, which God does not hate the people who practice homosexuality. It is the practice that he hates. And if you die in this practice, you will be something that is, you feel me? If you die in your sin, you feel me? So that's what you are. If you live in sin, you are sin. You are a sinful person. So if you die in an abomination, something that is an abominable to God, you become an abomination. But you are not right now currently living. You might be deceived, thinking that this is something that Because the world pushing it on us. Many of us it's pushing on us. And I mean, God, because we go to churches and they love this, love that. We've been taught in our churches that God is to love all, but God in his word says to love me is to love what I love and to hate what I hate. There is a big difference in that. And we got to understand that this world is not the people that are in control of this world. Since we know what we fight, the Bible says that we fight rulers of wickedness in high places. And not only that, but this is Satan's kingdom right now. So if this is Satan's kingdom, would Satan place true men of God in places of authority, or would he place people who are easily deceived or just downright they know tares? Would he place them in the government? That is why you got a whole, however many presidents it was, and Trump was the only one that wasn't by blood related to these people. This is the government that we are believing the agendas that they set forth. And so again, we know that God said that this is a covenant, a token, the rainbow, right? Because that's what we're talking about. That rainbow is a token. So that when God sees this, that he will be in remembrance of the covenant he established with Noah and with all the things that were on the ark with Noah. And so what does Satan does in this world? He takes it and he uses the same thing that God established as a token basically for life so that we could live. And he uses it to go against what God wanted. People do y'all understand how when God did what he did with the waters and when he sent the deluge upon the world, it was because basically, look at the world now, the act of impiety. This pride parade, and this is a big act of impiety. What is impiety? Impiety is basically living a life as though you don't have to answer to a God. Living a life as though basically no God exists and man is a God, basically, because you can do what you want. You can take life if you want. You don't answer to nobody. That's basically what the act of impiety is. And look at the world right now. Look at, what Satan is using the rainbow for. He's using that for something that is an abominable to God. Literally, the act of two men, and it's the practice, because God is about life and living, and he brought us here to procreate. And if two men get together, are they procreating? No. If two women get together, are they procreating? No. They're not doing any of those things. But if the whole world became influenced by these spirits that are of the homosexuality, how soon would we all die out? Very fast, like very, very, very fast. But this is what he is doing. He took the covenant, he took the token of the covenant, and he perverted it. He perverted it, and now they, and it was crazy that when I read this in a book, man, I thought that it was and this is why I hope that many of y'all hear me out on this. The world is full of lies. Satan, he creates these agendas, and again, look at the TV, look at everything that they are, publicizing today, the things that they are glorifying today. It's all a life that is it's just a lifestyle that is an abominable to God. He wants us to lose our spots out of the place where he lost his spot. He can never enter to the kingdom of heaven. So God allows for him to, go out and deceive all of whom will let him deceive them, because I will not. And I hope that many of y'all don't. The flesh from when Adam and Eve bit from the apple, it is now at a falling state, so that now we have a knowledge of good and evil, and so many different things that happened from then. We have fallen angels. They came down, and they saw women, and they was pretty much deceived by lust themselves, and they came down and did what they did, and they taught us all these certain things and symbols, and they did what they did, man. So it's just so much going on in the world that it's hard for people to believe, but God said in his word, because they believe not the love of the truth, I will send them a strong delusion so that they would believe a lie. That lie is thinking that you were born, many, and again, it's the sins of the father and the mother that they pass down. So we got to understand that sometimes you might have to go in prayer and go into fasting and breaking curses that your father's father might have passed down to you. Because it can come all, man, ain't no telling how far, man, because, if somebody got to deal with it, somebody has to deal with this curse through these generations. And so I'm just hoping that you guys hear me out and understand that rainbow is not for the LGBTQ community. That is not y'all's, but that is ours. That is not y'all's, but it is for you, but it is not for the act of the lifestyle that y'all are practicing, man. That is a deceit that Satan, came and he's mocking God, but God can't be mocked because you will reap what you sow. Like I said, man, I hope that you guys, break free from all of the demonic influence, this TV, the social media, the influencers, the idols that they put in our face. D Wade, him and his son, all it is because y'all build soul ties with them. And so if they send an agenda through somebody you have a soul tie with, it's easier for you to agree with it because you love these people and not knowing that these people don't love you. To love you means to love, God, and God is the only one that can teach us truly how to love. You feel me? Because I love God, and then God told me you can't truly love me unless you love the people, but I can't truly love y'all the way that I need to unless I see the perfect love that God has for me. And then that I try to replicate for y'all. But again, man, value Christ over your life. I hope that y'all understand that Satan is a deceiver. He's also a mocker. And he likes to switch up, things that we think that are, rooted in peace and love and tranquility, but it's rooted in evil. It's rooted in wickedness. It's a damnable heresy, damnable, that will damn you to hell. It's rooted in things like that. So man, yeah, I just hope that you guys start to truly open up y'all books. Stop putting y'all salvation and y'all hope and y'all faith into a government that is, governed by evil and wickedness. And put y'all faith into the one who loves y'all so much that he created himself in the flesh. He created himself in the flesh to die for all of us so that through Hamashiach, through Christ, that we can be saved, man. Through his begotten son, which is him, Christ was made in the image, in the glory of God. The glory in the image of God. So, man, I love y'all all. I'm praying for y'all. The war is already won, man. And you just gotta make sure that you're on the right side of this war because God does love you. But if you die, what did Malcolm X say? He said, so as a tree lies, I can't even remember it, but so as a tree falls, so shall it lie. So if you fall in sin, then that's, you're going to lie in sin. But, so we should flee from all evil and truthfully flee from listening to listening to those who are, leaders in this world. Come on, I just said it. We can't listen to those who are leaders of this world because we know how they got there. Satan ain't going to put true men of God, true women of God in leadership over this world because that is not his goal. That is not what's happening here right now. So I hope that you guys, man, truly start to diligently inquire more carefully on y'all salvation because this is the end times and many people will get lost in a strong delusion that the Most High himself sends. Value Christ over your life.